forewarn weather with Exact Track 4D.
Well, happy Friday, folks. We made it, although it's still going to be a little bumpy as we head into the weekend as we are tracking storm potential. In fact, a couple rounds. So chances will be best to our west today, but I'm not ruling it out this afternoon for some of those stronger storms to develop, especially after the lunch hour and even lingering into the earlier part of the evening, the farther north you go. Now, the humidity is really cranking up this weekend, and so heat and humidity will be stifling come Saturday. And even with an approaching cold front, we don't get a whole lot of relief. And that storm potential, well, that increases tomorrow because of a cold front clashing with the heat and humidity that we just talked about. So severe risk for today. It's a marginal level 1 risk. That's on that 5-level scale for all of southeastern Michigan. Giving you a little backstory on this. Yesterday, we had the marginal risk through the first half of the day for forecasting for Friday. Then the Storm Prediction Center elevated that to that slight level 2 risk for southeastern Michigan. Then early this morning, they peeled that back and put us back at a marginal risk. So we've been ping-ponging this forecast back and forth just to give you kind of transparency on how complex it is and that it hasn't even been a slam dunk type of forecast within a 24-hour period. So the latest that we are looking at now that we're getting closer to the event, keeping the more severe threat in southwest Michigan and then stretching all the way off towards portions of Iowa and off towards Kansas City. But we still have a chance nonetheless. So damaging wind gusts, small hail, flooding would be the primary threat today. We see these categories elevate, though, as we head into your Saturday. So level 2 slight risk on that 5-level scale for your Saturday plans. Window 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. tomorrow as that front passes through and we start to see more of linear storm system coming through. So damaging wind gusts would be the primary threat with that. Those small hail, flooding, and even a rotating storm can't be ruled out with tomorrow's event. So back for your Friday forecast here. The storm potential increases around the lunch hour onward. We'll be in the mid to upper 80s for that afternoon high. And it's not a complete washout by any means. So you see what we have here around noon where we have a few heavy downpours pushing through, and that's brushing the east side between 2-3 o'clock. And then we have continued activity mainly north of M59 as we head into the evening. Rest of us are drying things out, but you're still feeling that humidity as all of this is triggered by the instability with that warm front. And so cold front then will clash with it heading into tomorrow. 5 o'clock, you start to see a couple isolated cells develop, but watch how that turns into a more organized line by the time we get to 7-8 o'clock tomorrow evening. By 10, all of that is to our east, and then we're drying things out. I won't rule out a lingering shower come early Sunday morning, but it's just not likely. But look at this. So we focus so much on the storm potential, but tomorrow's highs are right around 90, but those heat indices are going to feel closer to 100. So if you have outdoor plans and you're lucky and you dodge a storm, well, you can't dodge the heat and humidity, so you need to plan for that and stay hydrated. Cold front only dips us a few degrees. Sunday, we're still looking at upper 80s, and then we will hover on either side of 90 for at least the first half of next week, but some storm potential next Wednesday could bring us a little more relief on the back end of the work week.